Welcome to the Gospel Road. Hope you had a good weekend. Yes, we're starting a new week today. Of what we call a week. If you get confused on days, no, my weekend was pretty busy. I have now created a workspace for me at home. I have not had that for a while. So, kind of feel pretty good about that. And hung up a bunch of things that have been put away for a while, which is kind of neat. Also did some yard work, first mow of the year. And, I can feel it in my muscles that I did some work this weekend. Kind of hurts a little bit, but you know what? We will all get through it. We're going to get through it together. But it was kind of cool. Did a few more of the pop-up trivia things on Facebook. You can always find me, my buddy Jimmy. Follow me there. And you could take part in that too. But I'm not really planning them right now, so I don't really get a lot of players. Again, I'm still kind of playing and toying with it and kind of learning it. But it's just these pop-up trivias. That's what I'm calling it, for people that have a chance to take a quick break. But then I am posting it too on my YouTube and my podcast as well, which you can find me at YouTube too at My Buddy Jimmy 101. So a lot of ways to see what is going on. But anyway, John 16, that is what we're looking at today. It says, I have said all these things to you to keep you from falling away. They will put you out of the synagogues. Indeed, the hour is coming when whoever kills you will think he is offering service to God. And they will do these things because they have not known the Father, nor me. But I have said these things to you, that when this hour comes, you may remember that I told them to you. I did not say these things to you from the beginning because I was with you. But now I am going to him who sent me, and none of you asks me, where are you going? But because I have said these things to you, sorrow has filled your heart. Nevertheless, I tell you the truth, it is to your advantage that I go away. For I do not go away, the Helper will not come to you. But if I go, I will send him to you. And when he comes, he will convict the world concerning sin and righteousness and judgment. Concerning sin, because they do not believe in me. Concerning righteousness, because I go to the Father, and you will see me no longer. Concerning judgment, because the ruler of this world is judged. I still have many things to say to you, but cannot bear them now. When the Spirit of truth comes, he will guide you into all the truth, for he will not speak on his own authority, but whatever he hears he will speak, and he will declare you to the things that are to come. He will glorify me, for he will take what is mine and declare it to you, and that the Father has his mine. Therefore I said that he will take what is mine and declare it to you. A little while, and you will see me no longer, and again, a little while, you will see me. So some of his disciples said to one another, What is this that he says to us, a little while, and you will not see me, and again in a little while, and you will see me? And because I am going to the Father, so they were saying, what does this mean by a little while? We do not know what he's talking about. Jesus knew that they wanted to ask him, so he said to them, Is this what you are asking yourselves, what I meant by saying, a little while you will not see me, and again, a little while you will see me? Truly, truly, I say to you, you will weep and lament, but the world will rejoice. You will be sorrowful, but your sorrow will turn into joy. When a woman is giving birth, she has sorrow because her hour has come, but when she has delivered the baby, she no longer remembers the anguish, for joy that a human being has been brought into the world. So also you will have sorrow now, but I will see you again, and your hearts will rejoice, and no one will take your joy from you. In that day you will ask nothing of me. Truly, truly, I say to you, whatever you ask of the Father in my name, he will give it to you. Until now, You have asked nothing in my name. Ask and you will receive, that your joy may be full. I have said these things to you in figures of speech. The hour is coming when I will no longer speak to you in figures of speech, but I will tell you plainly about the Father. In that day you will ask in my name, and I do not say to you that I will ask the Father on your behalf. For the Father himself loves you, because you have loved me and have believed that I came from God. I came from the Father and have come into the world, and now I am leaving the world and going to the Father. His disciples said, now you are speaking plainly and not using figurative speech. Now we know that you know all things and do not need anyone to question you. This is why we believe that you came from God. Jesus answered them, Do you believe? Behold, the hour is coming. Indeed, it has come when you will be scattered, each to his own home, and will leave me alone. Yet I am not alone, for the Father is with me. I have said these things to you, that in me you may have peace. In the world you will have tribulation, but take heart, I have overcome the world. John 16. Speaking plainly, sharing information. Sounds like some pretty important pieces. Do you think? How many times have you worked for someone or you've been somewhere, family, friends, and they always seem to be hiding something or not sharing all the information? I've been there. I deal with it even today in many days, because there are some people that they just want to hold things so close to their chest that they don't want to give too much information away, because they're afraid you're going to take that, run with it, and probably take their job or take their idea, whatever that is. I'm not saying that I'm not always the best at it, because I don't always share the most, or I'm not upfront with the most information, but a lot of that comes down to trust. How much do you trust people that you work with? How much do you trust your family? How much do you trust your friends? I am upfront with people that I know that I have huge trust issues. Huge trust issues, and these go way back. I've trusted many people. And I know, for those of us that believe, it's like, just keep going. And I don't know, I've got to the point that I can't just keep trusting, because I've been stabbed, trashed. I mean, it's just the way people have treated me. And it even goes into family. Family members that I've trusted with some really keen information, and they have the biggest mouths in the world. Same at work. Share information with them. Don't tell anybody, because these are things we're trying to do, and they run, or they take my idea, and which for the most part I really didn't care. I don't care, because it's not about me. It's about a team. But at the same time, I also have to protect myself, and I'm not always the best at protecting myself with the things that I share or the things I do not share. I just put too much out there. But communication is key. Talking about John 16, that we're speaking in figures of speech, but we're not talking plainly. How many times are you dealing with someone who is always dealing in figures of speech, but not just being plain and to the point? There are certain things that when you're trying to do something, if you're trying to put a strategy together, you need to be to the point. What's the plan? Where are we going? I've been dealing that with a lot for many months, that strategy. Not just the strategy at my job, but the strategy for me. Who am I? What am I doing? What's that plan? Where am I going to go? If something happens tomorrow, what's my next step? I've been working with a personal consultant to try and get that figured out, and it's hard for me. Very hard. But when you're trying to put things together, you've got to have that plan. You've got to have a strategy to know what you're going to do, where you're going to go, how you're going to pull things together. You know, Jesus had a strategy. There was a plan. He knew what was going to happen. He knew where he was going to go. But then it was getting everyone else prepared for that. So when you're on a team, it's making sure everyone is on that same idea, moving in the same direction. Now, you're not always going to give everything out right up front. It's going to be in bits and pieces because too much information can overwhelm people. And then they're not sure how to deal with it, or it can create mistakes because they have too much information that they're trying to figure out how to balance out. You know, where does this go? How does this, you get too much in there, your brain just kind of goes nuts. I know, I've been there. Way too much information in, and I can't even get it out. I'm just like, I shut down. It's like a computer. I just shut down. Are you sharing the information that needs to be shared as you are making your steps in your plan, as you're going it from step by step? Are you having issues with sharing information with people because you don't trust them? Again, things are not easy. We got to figure out that balance. And that balance is the hardest thing to understand. And again, there's so many people that are out there for themselves that they're going to take whatever you have and they're going to run with it, either use it against you or take it from you. I mean, that's just life. It's not fair. We don't all get a participation trophy. Somebody's going to win. How are you going to position yourself that you are that winner? How are you going to position yourself that you will succeed in your plan? I fail at that. I'm doing my best to do better. Because again, it's doing better. For me to be better, for those around me and what I do, physically, mentally, spiritually, professionally, personally, trying to be the best that I can. And at the same time, trying to help others be the best that they can be as well. Sharing that information. And then, like these things that I'm doing now with the trivia things. And I mean, we're just in a really weird time right now. You don't even get to spend time with people, see people, talk to people. It's kind of weird, isn't it? We'll get through it. Things will be fine to whatever that new normal will be that we'll have for a while. I mean, things have happened through history that have always turned things into new normals because of what happened from wars, from sicknesses, diseases. It always changes that normal for a while. It's going to be a new normal for me for a long time, for the rest of my life. But then we find, as you read through history, people seem to go back and repeat it because for whatever reason, it couldn't have been true just because we read it. No, it wasn't like that. Then you end up dealing with it again. Remember, you learn from history so you don't repeat the same thing over and over again. I have messed up. I learned from my mistake to not do that over and over again, but I don't always do, and I do it over and over again anyway. And then I keep creating that mistake and keep failing. John 16. Read that. How does it speak to you? What does it do to help you grow to be that better person? Thank you for listening to The Gospel Road. Have a great day. God bless.